Hello, I'm Acting Police Sergeant Lisa Flanagan. I joined South Yorkshire Police 4.5 years ago. Previous to joining South Yorkshire Police, I was in the military with the Army. I did 8.5 years with the Royal Signals, where I learned various communications and intelligence using their radios and other telecoms equipment. I then left the military to take on a civilian role in oil and gas. However, I didn't feel I was getting out enough and getting a bit of the action and doing lots of problem solving, so I decided I wanted to join the police, get involved with communities and deal with problem solving, as I enjoy doing things like that and being part of a team. Before I did that though, I joined onto the Army Reserves because I missed the element of the military and the regimented side and organisation of discipline, leadership and management. So I joined the Army Reserves with the Royal Engineers, where I became a training instructor in battle casualty first aid. So it's first aid to the degree of severe amputations, where you've got catastrophic bleeds, breaks, what we use basically out on operations and also in everyday life, but using those skill sets I can use within my police role as well when we go to immediate incidences where there might be first aid needed. So I also became a skilled arms instructor with the Army Reserves. That was giving me a skill set to have discipline with using weapons and instructing people on how to use weapons, and also becoming a coach on ranges. And so when I joined South Yorkshire Police, I was a bit dubious as if they'll support me in being an Army Reservist. However, they were very supportive. I found out that they signed up at that time to the corporate governance, which now they have actually been awarded the Gold Award. They're extremely supportive. They let me go out on exercises with my unit, and they also they do support people if they have been asked to go on operation. But becoming a police officer and also being in the military before, I feel like I've got a good discipline and I'm able to lead by example. But I can bring those skill sets to the police and dealing in difficult situations and solving problems that maybe I wouldn't have been able to solve had I not had a discipline background behind me. So since I have become a police officer in this 4.5 years, I feel I've done quite a lot. I've been on response, I'm still on response, but whilst I was on response, I then went on to the domestic abuse team, where I learned an awful lot about domestic abuse and how we investigate that, how we look after the victims, the witnesses, and also the suspects and how we manage them. I've also looked at other avenues. Recently took my sergeant's exams, which I successfully completed, and now obviously acting up on a response team, and absolutely enjoy it. And with Armed Forces Week, South Yorkshire Police are very positive about supporting it. I myself am actually putting a project together to do a soup kitchen, as I have found whilst being in this role as a police officer that there is an awful lot of ex-military personnel who have ended up having to go on the streets because of one thing or another, where their life has led them to that situation. And so I want to give something back, and you know, setting up Soup Kitchen means that they can come and talk to not just myself as police officer, but also, you know, a fellow soldier that they once probably may have worked with. So I'm looking at doing stuff like that, where soup kitchens, getting involved, giving them actual leads to things where they can help themselves, where they might be able to get themselves out of that situation, or if they can't get out of that situation, there might be some support there on Armed Forces Day.